Hello everybody, Ray Garner with Garner's Games, here to do my weekly comic review. This time, we're going to have a long way home with Spider-Man. Now this is going to be brought to us by Jonathan Hickman and Adam Kubert. I'm going to start off with a guy with green glasses and a green eye going to confessional. Where are we at again? Actually doesn't tell us where we're at. Then we're introduced to a team on a mission. Now this is going to be the modern version of the Howling Commandos, basically. Very obviously. Led by Frank Castle instead of Captain America, Steve Rogers. And they're on a mission. And he's going to be the cover guy. And it's a pretty good, way to use the Punisher deal where he's basically using face paint and makeup. And everybody has their own little tagline, and doorknob, and a couple other sweetgrass. And what they're doing is they're going after a AIM base, which Hydra is also going after. Once again, inside, they find a tore-up super adaptoid. And right as things are going, something big crashes into the building. About that time, Hydra comes busting in, and we find they've got a cosmic cube. Which, generally speaking, that's not normally a good thing. And they gun down the scientist who tosses it as he's dying into the hands of one of the Howling Commandos. And as they're all telling them they're going to have to shoot him, so that one Hydra guy does have to look back and say, "Guys, a little problem here." Probably the best 2-page on this whole book is the Hulk staying behind all the Hydra agents. So all the Hydra agents are attacking the Hulk. They're all running. Frank is providing cover, as of course the Hulk comes out. And then we cut away to New York City. And Peter Parker gets a call and is told to report to basically S.H.I.E.L.D. And it's at this point where this book loses me. Because on the next page, bottom panel, we have one of the Howling Commandos is ripped off basically at his knees. Joel's. Everybody opens fire on the Hulk. Hulk comes through, carrying the body of the dead Howling Commando in his hands. I don't know, they didn't miss. All they did was make him mad. And then he throws the dead body at a guy who's getting ready to throw satchel grenades. Hits him with the body. He's knocked back with the grenades, and they all basically die. And he's got a whole little, well, you're going to stand there, or are you going to run? Then we have the guy hold the bridge stereotype, which he ends up getting killed, of course. The Hulk jumps over there, demanding that they give him the cube. They're asking who's hired him, why is he wanted for it, and one guy gets it out. Basically is going to try to do something about it. And then there's a huge explosion, which sends the Hulk flying. But also disintegrates that guy. And Frank picks up the deal. He talks about how all these guys have done hundreds of missions. They're razor sharp. They're the best of the best. But only one was coming home. And that's what the world's coming to. As Frank's walking off with the cosmic cube in his bag, and the entire rest of the team is dead. Then later, Spider-Man shows up, looking at everything, and it's basically, why am I here? I don't do this kind of stuff. And who's the agent here? I think it was Quartermain. I saw it earlier, but I don't see it now. And basically, we got orders, you got orders. I'm making you an offer you can't refuse because we need superhero help. And it's the Hulk, a video of the Hulk smashing through AIM and Hydra agents, and that's why Spider-Man is here. The what if Hulk was ripping people to shreds or eating people as we did in the Ultimate Universe at one point in time, or any of these type of things, and the blood and guts and the killing of all the characters and the blatant ripoff of Predator that's in this book. Not my cup of tea, not something I like, not something I enjoy. If you're wanting a more brutal version of Marvel Heroes, because this is obviously not continuity, then this is going to be your cup of tea. But for me, this is a hard miss. So, if you like that kind of stuff, this will be a great book for you. If you don't like this kind of stuff, go pick up Amazing and see what's going on in it. Anyway, that's going to be my review for this week. Not one I'm super impressed by, but maybe somebody else is. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see y'all next week.